Hello, it's your guy, the man, the myth, the legend, Cadenpixle, and it's my first video, my first actual video that I'm editing and actually spending time on, so don't go too harsh for me. It also was edited, on PlayStation, so don't forget that. So really, I'm just gonna be talking about Titanfall 2, where it's at, and if it's really that good a game. And in my opinion, it's my favorite game. It's an amazing game, and I'm just going to talk about why it's such a good game, and if you don't have it, why you should definitely get it, and just pretty much simple stuff like that. Now, first off, we need to define what it is to be a good game. Really, all it is, it's pretty simple. It's good graphics, good story, good gameplay in general. That's important. It's very simple. It's not like some huge complicated thing. Everyone understands what a good game is. So I don't really know what I'm talking about. But the point is, Titanfall 2, it has all of that. It's got good graphics. It really does. It's not bad graphics for sure. They're not amazing, but they're good. They're really good. And the campaign just itself, all the detail that's put into it is really just amazing. Really, the time it was released, I just, when I first played it, I was amazed that I was just playing this game. Games like this were normally things I'd watch YouTubers play, because it was such a good game. It was one of the first games I played, and I just loved it, and I've been playing ever since it's been released. And really, Titanfall 2 has all of the things you want in a good game if you like first-person shooters and games like that. It's got, great movement. That's really the big thing with Titanfall 2, the movement. Wall jumping, double jumping, wall running, all that stuff. Grappling, stim, it's just fantastic. I've never seen a first-person shooter with this kind of movement. There was that one time, I honestly forget the Call of Duty, I don't pay attention to that really, where they tried wall running. It didn't go too well, but it's so good. I love it. It's amazing. The movement, like I said, amazing. And so the gameplay in general, again, amazing. Not only that, of the movements, that's not the only thing about Titanfall 2. It's not only, you can wall run. It's not just that. It's also got, just amazing, guns, in the game. There's only one overpowered gun, the Spitfire, which you learn very quickly. But honestly, not a lot of people use it. Honestly, I feel like people have learned that they don't want to use it. If you ever die to someone using it, it's normally someone, under Generation 1, level 20, something like that. Normally new players, and they quickly stop using it once they realize, because they don't want to be scummy. I feel like just the community built off of Titanfall 2 is the nicest, just genuinely great community to be a part of. Honestly, it's great. So yeah, it's just a great community. For example, if you were to go on maybe the Titanfall subreddit, it's just people talking about how good the game is, how they want to know oh, what's good. They want to know, they also want to just talk about ideas that they think would be good for the game. People are always trying to expand off of this amazing game. And you can just go, if you go and visit a community about Titanfall, you'll quickly see no one's really mad at each other. Everyone's just kind of getting along. The game is just amazing. Again, I don't think I've ever been in a Titanfall 2 game, and yet it's surprising, where someone has been on the microphone yelling at me oh, you're trash, or something like that. Of course, in the games like Rainbow Six Siege or Call of Duty, there's always some 8-year-old yelling at you about how you're trash and something about your mom. It doesn't happen. It's just weird. But then again, Titanfall 2, a lot smaller game. On PS4, it's only between 2,000, 3,000, maybe even, I think sometimes 4,000 at its peak players. It's not a lot. I honestly wish it was more. I believe Apex Legends brought a spike to that, but it's just, again, I'm getting off track. I know, that's just what I do. So again, like I was saying, getting back on track, back on the main topic. Well, the weapons mostly well-rounded, you know, assault rifles, shotguns, SMGs, sniper rifles even. So there's a lot of things you can do, you know, in this game. It's well-rounded. No one's really overpowered. There's different abilities, which no one really becomes overpowered if they use a certain one or like a certain Titan. Like some people may say some are better, which obviously yes, some are better than others. But like again, I believe at one point, I'm blanking right now, but one of the special abilities like AWOL, yes, AWOL, used to be very overpowered at some point. When you shot through it, it did more damage, and no one could shoot at you. Which obviously, when you hear that, you can't get shot by someone, but they can shoot, but you can shoot them, and it does more damage when you shoot at them. That's like, oh yeah, that's really good. But you know, Respawn listened to the community there and said, yeah, this is overpowered. They nerfed it, and you know, it's back to its normal state of not being that good. But yeah, so there's different abilities, there's good variety, you know, there's grapple, stim, cloak, AWOL, hollow pilot, stim, I'm not sure if I said that one, but again, yes, there's many abilities, good variety, many titans, you know, there's Scorch with fire, there's Ronin with a big giant sword, which, that's cool, and it can like teleport, again, cool. North Star's got a big like sniper rifle and can fly. Like, come on, this stuff's cool. It's amazing that some of this stuff can you know just happen. You know, stuff this you know amazing. These games that developers are working on, you know, spending countless years developing. It's amazing that this can happen. Somebody out there can make this game, or you know, a group of people, obviously. But again, it's just amazing. And so, you know, you've heard about the basic multiplayer, you know, good guns, a good variety, good, you know, good abilities, good titans, everything, right? But the main thing that's just amazing about this game, and honestly, I would spend 30 bucks just to play this game, and I only spent 20 to get the whole game, which that's amazing. Such a great deal. There's been photos of people finding these things at dollar stores for like 3 bucks. These things are not worth. These things should not be at dollar stores. This game's amazing. I would pay 60 bucks alone to get this game, and you know, just 30 for the campaign again because it was so good. It's got some of the things in the campaign, just the detail, the story behind it. There's actually a plot. The cutscenes also amazing. Like, so yeah, there's some levels with amazing, unique ideas. For example, kind of a spoiler alert, if you haven't played the campaign, I wouldn't really listen to this, skip ahead probably 30 seconds. But you can, you know, you find the watch off of, I believe, Anderson, and you can go back and forth through time, and you can use that to get past the level, and that's just such a cool idea. When I first played that, it's pretty cool because if you do it enough, there's like a small percentage that when he does it, he does the okay sign, which I mean, why wouldn't you want that? You know, it shows the developers have a sense of humor too. And so yeah, the campaign's amazing, multiplayer is amazing. There's different game modes, like you can play attrition with a bunch of grunts, which honestly it's really cool. With all the different, you know, grunts, I know it's not a lot. There's like, I think 4 different kinds. There's normal grunts, which is normal soldiers. There's I think specters, that's how you pronounce it, which are, you know, like little robots. That's cool. There's stalkers, which are pretty much bigger version of those, and if you shoot them in the back, they explode. If you step on them with a titan, it hurts you. It's like just, there's a lot of ideas you haven't really heard of. You know, there's reapers, which are even bigger robots essentially that shoot missiles, which that's cool. If you don't like, you know, having to kill grunts and people, you know, having to kill grunts, yeah, if you don't have to deal with that, you can play skirmish where you only play face against pilots. If you just like fighting titans, you can do, you know, the titan skirmish. If you like you know, frontier defense, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's like, that's just a really cool game mode too, which they added like a year after the game had been out. Like they'd been updating the game a lot. It was really cool. There's even a Coliseum, which they're still changing to this day. Coliseum, which it's, you know, 1v1 against other pilots. You each have the same weapon, same loadout, which is really cool because, you know, it's pretty much, when you do that, it's not a test of you know, weapons test of skill, which I think is also a big part of this game, skill. You know, if you use grapple, you need to, you know, be skillful at the game to be able to grapple halfway across the map, which a lot of people can do, and it's cool. And if you can't do that, you fall behind. People get better than you, and you just don't do good. You honestly, you might start finding the game boring or bad once, you know, this starts happening. So you have to understand, like, the meta, and like you have to keep playing and keep getting better at the game, or you're gonna get left behind in the dust. For like grapple, like, yeah, again, grapple, you need to be good at that. If you want to use it, you have to be good at whatever ability you use. If you want to use stim, you know, you want to run fast, you can't just like use it and run. Like, you could, but you'll die because someone will kill you. Again, yeah, you'll die because someone will kill you. Yeah, good words, Caden. But like, you know what I mean. You have to be a developing player. But not only that, once you get to a certain point in Titanfall 2, you know, your skill, like, it can't be much better with just playing. Like, you can play for like 2 years. I've been playing since the release again. So I played for like a year, and I realized, like, after a while I was just not getting better, right? And you know, you can't really do anything about that other than like actually like practice. That's what a lot of people do. They will, you know, look up how to, you know, grapple farther, how to use, you know, this weapon better, which you know, weapons are the best, which orientations are the best, which boost is the best, you know. So people want to get better, people want to develop. You can't just, like, what I'm trying to say is, if you play the game, you'll get good. If you played for a long time, you'll get really good. But the thing is, there's always people that will look up strategies, that will, you know, practice their own strategies, that will, you know, just want to get amazing at the game. They want to be the best. And if you want to be the best, you also have to do that. And this is one of those games where you can do that, and it's surprisingly easy. Or like spend like, this may seem like an hour of your time maybe, and it could make you 20 times better. You don't even understand. Take your time looking at your settings. Like, just like a few months ago, I looked at my settings and I realized if I switched my controls around, I'd be a lot better. And I also started, you know, practicing with other guns. Recently, what I've been doing is I've been trying to make sure all of my weapons were, you know, prestige, or not. I don't think it's prestige, but well, prestige or generation 1, whatever you want to call it. And all Titans were at least Gen 1. So like, I had practiced with every, you know, weapon, every Titan, because before that I had just used mainly only like one gun and one Titan. Like, I had 6,000 kills, and I believe 4,000 of them are all from the R101. So I wanted to, you know, mix it up a little bit. But yeah, again, the point is, if you want to get really good at this game, practice. And again, this is an amazing game, and I will always love this game. It's one of those games where you can stop playing for a year, come back, and you'll still keep playing. It's just that good a game. So please consider it and get the game. It's amazing.